So, Donald Trump was completely and utterly outclassed at the G7 summit that was held in Canada. Elbows up, yeah. Well, I have to admit, he looked like a blithering fecking idiot, that he did. I'm sorry if that upset some people, but Donald Trump is stupid as. Yes, stupid is as stupid does. He can't help it. He seems to make one stupid bloody gaffe after another. Now, it was a miraculous occasion, it was. It's a miraculous occasion where Donald Trump and Keir Starmer, the UK Prime Minister, managed to agree a deal. A trade deal to give the 10% tariffs and stuff like that. Yes. It's still shit. It's still worse than what we had before. That it is. But better than it was. That's all you can really say about it. Donald Trump, he has the papers in his hands, he did. And then he dropped them all over the fucking floor. And what did Keir Starmer do? Well, he scurried around the floor, picking them all up for him. It's like he's trying to pick up the, I don't know, the dentures of a senior citizen that he just dropped on the floor. It was painful to watch. It really was. As a British citizen, seeing our Prime Minister behaving in such a way was embarrassing. It really was embarrassing. And Donald Trump is embarrassing. We give him too much fecking credit. The man is a moron. Plain and simple. Tell me that I'm wrong. Leave it in the comments down below. But he is. He's a bloody moron. Now, during his little speech, after he dropped all the papers on the floor, and Keir Starmer went down like he was giving them fellatio and picked them all up again. And, sorry about that. Oh, what a vision. And then what did he say? Oh, a trade deal, miraculous, fantastic occasion, a trade deal with the European Union. Yes, he said the European Union, not the UK. He has lost his bloody mind, he has. He really has. And I have to admit, my dear wife, when she told me this morning that Donald Trump was outclassed, I think you were right. Yes, completely and utterly outclassed. He's also...
I'd like to say anything.
Of course you are.
Also, I'd like to say...
Got to put their hand up.
Keir Starmer picking his paperwork up is like you do for an elderly person.
I know, I just said that.
I don't know whether... I think it's just a normal reaction you do for someone else. I don't put that
What,
Keir Starmer was terrible for doing it. I think that he was just like, there's an elderly person there, I better pick his paperwork up.
I know. It was embarrassing, wasn't it? It was embarrassing. And then what's happened? I'll tell you what. Donald, oh God, I can't get this out properly. But Donald Trump then made another stupid bloody gaffe. Did you hear, darling? Do you know what he said about Putin? About how Putin should be allowed in the G7 back? I'll make it back at the G8 again. If it wasn't for the fact that Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin were like that. They're like, they're golden shower buddies. They are. They love a good old golden shower. That they do. And anyway, if they weren't so much buddies, he wouldn't be saying this stuff, would he? Because after all, let's be honest, Vladimir Putin is a war criminal. Well, not be funny if you're endorsing war crimes. It makes you a war criminal. And let's be fair, Donald Trump is a war criminal. After all, he's supplying. Netanyahu's got an arrest warrant out on him with missiles, isn't he? So it doesn't make Donald Trump a war criminal, I would say so, quite frankly. Now, Donald Trump says that Vladimir Putin should be in the G8, and then he was going on about Ukraine. The war in Ukraine wouldn't have started if Vladimir Putin was in the G8. It's the G7 now, obviously, because Vladimir Putin got expelled. Or Russia got expelled. Well, let's be honest about this. And let's be, how to put it, I think you have to be honest, it's just facts, isn't it? It's just how it is. The fact is, Russia was in the G8. It was the G8. And the reason for Vladimir Putin and his Russia being expelled is because they invaded Ukraine. So for Donald Trump to say it never happened is a load of bollocks. This man just makes one stupid gaffe after another. He really does. And he blurts and blurts like he does on his Truth Social. And he can't help himself. He's got something going on up there that shouldn't be. You know, he's not the sharpest knife in the drawer, is he? I don't think he ever really was. The man's an idiot. Stupid is as stupid does. Is Donald Trump a feckin' idiot? Leave it in the comments down below. Now, talk about Ukraine. Volodymyr Zelensky, yesterday, on the 16th, was visiting Austria. He was in Austria. And he was heading to Canada to meet up with, Donald Trump and what have you, and other world leaders who happen to be in the G7. And what did he do? Well, I'll say what did he do. I'll get the worms out in a minute. Donald Trump. He decided to scurry off. He scurried off. Now, Emmanuel Macron said it's because they've got issues regarding Israel or something like that. Or peace talks, that's it, peace talks with Israel and Iran. And then Donald Trump goes on to his Truth Social and say, no, Emmanuel Macron got it wrong. Again, like he usually does, he says. So I tell you what, though, I don't believe anything that Donald Trump says. Now, Gavin Newsom, Gavin Newsom, the Los Angeles governor, he had a conversation with Donald Trump, and Donald Trump spouted a load of lies and what have you after this conversation, and Gavin Newsom said no, he's lying. And he also said, he said he respected the presidency or the office of the presidency, so he wouldn't say what was said in the meeting, but he said if I told you what went on, the hairs on your back of your neck would stick up. You know, you have shivers through your spine, so to speak. And,
So he's not now meeting with the Australian Prime Minister?
No, not the Australian Prime Minister.
Early.
Yep.
And there's something to do with Ukraine, that talks about Ukraine he's not doing now.
No, he's scurried off.
Yes.
Yeah, he's left early. Now, there's problems with the AUKUS agreement regarding the submarine deal and stuff like that. So that's the conflict with Australia at the moment. It's not the first time Australia and the United States have had problems. So it sounds like Donald Trump wants to come out of the AUKUS agreement, the submarine deals and stuff like that. And I understand it's actually been said that, to be fair. But also, he doesn't want anything to do with Zelensky, because you know what happens, don't you? Every time Zelensky's there, everyone is scurrying around Volodymyr Zelensky like he's a hero, and Donald Trump doesn't get any. Well, everyone ignores him. They all ignore Donald Trump because Donald Trump's a bloody idiot. People are just, I say, these world leaders, I feel that they're just giving Donald Trump their time because they have to, not because they want to. They don't respect Donald Trump, and why would they? You know, because Donald Trump is not just an idiot, he's an evil bastard. He really is. Look at what he's doing in his own country. Look what he's doing to the Hispanics, the Latinos, the Venezuelans, anyone who's actually got brown skin effectively, he's after. He don't want them there. He's plain out racist. He's KKK, that's what he is. His father was, and so is he. Let's be honest about it. The man is a fascist. And he can't help himself, but, well, it's just in his blood. That's who he is. He's a white supremacist, you know? And after all, anyone in their right mind, why would they enlist? And why would they pardon the insurrectionists, January 6th insurrectionists, and then give them a job? You know? These people who are in ICE, not all of them obviously, because, you know, there's a lot more than 1,600 of them. The 1,600 people who were pardoned by Donald Trump, a lot of them have these tattoos on, and they've been seen and photographed, you know, doing operations for ICE. You know, it's just... Do you know what? It's actually... The level of stupidity and ignorance, it's actually painful. I'm being honest about it.
It's good to see that the Americans are sticking up for their rights. There are all these protests and things.
Oh, crikey, yeah, the No Kings protests. They were amazing. They really were. Dance like more amazing than Donald Trump's squeaky tanks.
Yeah, his birthday parade.
What a flippin' flop that was. And everyone's taking the piss out of him. He's not saying anything about it. He's not retaliating about that. Because obviously then he's not acknowledging the fact that it was a failure.
Seats.
All the empty seats, there was nobody there hardly.
There's
You
like
know?
a handful of people.
It was, you know, but look at this, you wouldn't have caught COVID.
Social distance.
Yeah, it was a socially distanced birthday parade for Donald Trump. Something to do with the bloody military at all.
It cost 45 million as well.
Oh, and they said from 45 to 90 million. So, total waste of money. And they are saying making all these savings and stuff like that. Yeah, he can afford to spend money on that.
Well, you could put that 45 million into the healthcare, maybe.
Well, yeah, exactly. Or maybe into veterans. Yeah. You know, so every little helps, you know. So anyway, that's my feeling about Donald Trump today, I think. The man's a fucking idiot. He's a fascist. He's KKK, alright? As far as I'm concerned, anyway. And he's just a nasty piece of work. Absolutely nasty piece of work. And the best thing that could happen to the G7
It's to be a G6.
Spot on. She read my mind. She read my mind, she did.
Well, it could be a G7 and they could have someone else in it.
Oh, yeah, we could. I know, let's add Volodymyr Zelensky, for instance.
Yeah.
Let's add Ukraine.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're the real heroes in all this, you know.
Yeah, we'll add them.
And the people who are supporting them.
We'll add them and take away the... Oh.
I know, I saw. So, that's my fault. So I hope you're all having a lovely day and enjoyed our walk here in France. It is rather nice here. We are blessed where we live. Our house is literally on the other side of these trees, and it's a lovely place to live here in France. You know, been accepted and what have you. You know, I don't know why, but we have. And it's if you are thinking of getting out of your how do you put it? What would you call the United States, darling? As in as a pit of trouble.
Well, no, but it's not fair because a lot of people love living there and they actually like their country, and it's just that with this mad person who's trying to run it at the moment.
Ruin it, yeah.
To the ground, more or less.
Well, he's running it into the ground, yeah. The economy is absolutely shit. Absolutely shit, which means you got no money to pay for anything. He's
no one
yeah.
wants to visit because they're all frightened to get detained. If
Well, no one wants to go, do they? And also, they don't want to be associated with somebody like Donald Trump. You know, I wouldn't want to go. And the Canadians decided that they don't want to go either. And can you blame them? Since Donald Trump wants to make them the 51st state.
Well, even people who live there are scared.
Yeah. Well, of course, why wouldn't they? Citizens, you know, just because they've got brown skin and all that. Yeah, apparently they're not entitled to be there. And the thing I find really, really frustrating and annoying is when I keep going onto these live streams with black citizens that trying to make out that Donald Trump is the Messiah, and no, he's not the Messiah. He's just a naughty little boy, that he is, anyway.
I'm sure it's all races and cultures and whatever who are scared of Donald Trump.
Well, no, some people love him still.
Huh?
There's
Not many though, because you didn't have many.
no, that you've got the Hispanics for Trump. You've got Cubans for Trump. You've got Latinos for Trump. These people have lost their fucking minds, and then the same people end up getting scooped up. They're all wearing their t-shirts. They've got t-shirts with MAGA on, and I love Trump, and they end up getting chucked in the back of one of them SUVs in handcuffs. It's just the stupidity of it all. These people have clearly lost their minds as well. It might be why they love Donald Trump. It gives them some kind of credit, makes them feel empowered until they're locked up, and then end up in the gulag somewhere. It's quite sad, really, how idiotic people can be. You see, there's my little house over there, on the corner. You can't see it because of trees, got to keep planting trees.
Well, if you move forward, you see it in a minute.
I see my little house. See our little house, our little habitation. We're planting those trees as well. If you're interested, you can have a tree too, because we're putting trees to the ground and putting signs with the trees for people who make small contributions via the link down below. But yeah, it's just Trees are good, you know. They're good. Good for the mind, body and soul. So this is our little home. We're planting shitloads of trees on there, on that field over there, and on one of our other fields over there, loads of trees as well. So anyway, we're back now. We've had our little walk, so the doggies could do their thing. I don't know, they went earlier. No post in the Galgul letterbox. No post today. Return to sender. There's a bill. Anyway, time for us to go. Because say toodaloo, you know. So have a lovely day. Are you going to say toodaloo?
Bye-bye.
That's not toodaloo. Toodaloo. Oh, don't forget, big bell like button, maybe subscribe to the channel, little bell icon, because then you get one buzz in your pocket every time we upload another video.